Good afternoon, everybody. It's Brucifer, and today I am making cheese garlic biscuits. Now, these don't rise a lot. They're like a little crumpet, and they're good with soups and stews. Today's date is June 26th, and it is 5:40 p.m. Okay, so what you're going to do is there is a butter spread that you're doing after they come out of the oven, and you just want to melt, I would do, well, I think the recipe says a 1/4 cup, yeah. Melt a 1/4 cup with a clove of garlic. So I'm just de-hairing the garlic. Just taking off the shell here, and it's not being good. It's fighting me. Okay. I know there's a way of taking there we go. That's perfect. Now you want to mince this. Of course, I need one of my ingredients, which I put a little note for biscuits, hands off, because you need, here's the ingredients. A cup and 3/4, jeez. A cup and 3/4 of flour, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of baking powder, 5 tablespoons of butter, 1 cup of milk, and 1 cup of cheese. Well, I'm kind of blowing the cheese all to hell. I have 3 cups of cheese, and I'm going to use it. So I just shaved it, and I tend to do a little more than need be, and I need that measuring cup for the melted butter. I was going to put it in a mug. Maybe I'll do that, because I don't want to horse around. Okay. So just mince it, or you can slice it. As long as you get the juices of the garlic going. I did try the recipe by putting the garlic in the recipe. And that way you kind of got a bite of it in the recipe. You can also put chives into the recipe. And we do have it out in my herb garden. But today I'm not bothering with it. It's just another little tidbit to throw in there. Okay, so you just mince it, get it sliced up, so that when you put it into the hot butter, when you microwave it, it's going to make the smell of the garlic. Okay, so I have garlic stuck to my fingers. Okay, so you need 5 tablespoons of butter. So in school, I remember this in school. Grab my knife here. So there's 4 tablespoons and half a cup. Right? Of course, now someone's going to pull out something and say, no, you're wrong, and you're making them greasy. I don't know. I've made them before, so I'm not worried. So there's 4. And basically, I am going to throw, so there's 4. I only need 5. So the excess butter that's left over, I'm using that for the garlic. Okay, now. And I'll put that in the microwave. And then you just, when they come out of the oven, you take your you take one of these guys and brush them on. Brush it on when they come out of the oven. Okay. So throw your garlic in with your butter. So that way when it's cooking or melting down the butter, it gets in there. The heat of the garlic, you know, heating up the garlic will make it more pungent. Okay, my oven is up. This is a fairly easy recipe, but the last time I took these to a friend's place, they went, oh, they didn't rise. They're not meant to. There's not like half a teaspoon of baking powder. It's not going to make them rise at all. Okay, so put that into the microwave. 20 seconds. Do it in alterations. Pulse it, that's the word. Okay. Now I smell like garlic. Ward off evil spirits, or though they say. Okay, so I need a cup and 3/4 of 3/4 a cup of flour. I need another knife. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so I hope you're all having a great day. Today's kind of iffy, sunny kind of day. Okay, that melt. Almost. Do 30 seconds. Not gonna hurt it. Okay, flour. Get on with the recipe, Bruce. Okay, so when I first made these, they were really good, and I put them on my Facebook because I didn't have my YouTube channel. So if you're interested and you like my recipes, by all means subscribe and put that little alert button on, so if you want to see another recipe, you'll get them as soon as they come on board. Okay? So this is an easy, right now I seem to be really doing the easy recipes instead of long ones. Keep my eye on what I'm doing here before I don't have a 3/4 of a cup measure, so 3 of them done. Okay. And I got told that doing my recipes this way in front of the oven will work better because it doesn't cut me off over in my workstation. Because I'm doing the video sideways, it gets a better, yeah. Oh, that's the microwave reminding me. Okay, so now that's all ready. Let's move this out of the way. Bang, bang. I definitely need an apron. Okay. So, now I need half a teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon. And half a teaspoon of baking powder. Let's get that out of the way so I don't do it again. Baking powder. And I have Virgin Radio, or whatever Shaw is. Shaw Radio, raw stations, 80s, playing in the background. Okay. And then we have the milk and the cheese, and that's it. There's no egg in it. I can take those darn glasses off because they're a pain in the ass. Okay. So because I've got semi-cold butter in there, I'm going to chop them up. And I'm going to use the dough hook, but actually the dough hook doesn't work on this beater thing. So I'm going to just use the egg beater part. I probably could use a pastry, you know, the pastry sucker. I can't even think of the name. Blender, that's it. Pastry blender. But I'm not really making pastry. Oh, come on. Get off the knife. I do have it here. I just find it's more a pain in the butt, but all right. I'm gonna do it anyway. But I'm still going to use the mixer because I like how I can get stuff done a little bit better. I've made some recipes where I used the blender when I shouldn't have, and it was disastrous. And I was trying to figure out what to call my channel, and I thought, disasters in the making pretty much would cover me. Okay. So you just blend it all up. And then when you add your milk and the cheese, they'll come together. They're very tacky, very sticky when you put them together. I'll get my cookie sheets out. I'm going to use parchment paper, which will also speed up the process. Sorry for leaving you. I have to grab the parchment paper. Apparently my landlord says there's a zip line. Not much of one. I'm just gonna use my electric power scissors by Black & Decker. I bought these ages ago and I absolutely love them because you're not wasting parchment paper. Oh, come on now. I'll just get one ready. Nice and easy, fast stuff. Like, there's no horsing around with it. That kind of cuts it up fast enough, but I have a problem with the pastry blenders because it's just another damn tool to clean. But it does suit a purpose, so I'll quit my bitching. Okay, good enough. And get my milk. Now you can use the gluten-free milk. They do have them out. For some reason, I have a floaty. My hands are clean. I don't know what the heck that was. Like a bug flew in? No, it's not a bug. It was a piece of... It looked like something I was baking. Or, made coffee in the morning and it got in there. Okay. Let's just use these guys. I know I'm going to be beating a dead horse basically because I'm going to be having to clean off. It's pissing me off. God damn it. Okay. So, pour the milk in, the whole amount. Okay. Mix it up. And it will be like glue because there is no... Now, that would be about it for me. Okay. That's all you have to do. Just enough to incorporate everything. Alright? Nice and easy. Fast. Done. Basically. It's out of the way. And then you take the cheese, the whole 3 cups, and dump it in. The cheesier, the better, in my opinion. Oh, come on now. It heated up and it stuck to the glass container. There we go. Don't want to waste it. It's good stuff. Okay. And like I said, you can put chives in there. Anything. So just take a spatula and blend it in. And if you want to, you can even throw your hands into it because it's literally dough, right? And you're just mixing it up. And then you're just taking and spooning them onto the cookie sheet. Okay, my hands are clean, so I'm going to throw my hands into the mix. I'm just going to put a little bit of flour on my hands so I won't completely stick to it. Okay. I'm going to be in there. Ooey gooey! But you have to do this because if you threw your dough hook into it, it still wouldn't make. Now see, it's really gummy. And that's all there is to it. Now you just throw them on the plate and they bake for 18 to 20 minutes. And I will come back and show you what they look like. My video is supposed to be able to pause, but I haven't gotten it to work. So we're just gonna do it this way. Part 1, part 2, okay? So you can either take, what I do is either a teaspoon or a tablespoon. We'll use a tablespoon. And you just take about that size, right? Drop it on the plate. Now you don't have to flatten them or anything. They'll kind of keep their shape, but the melted butter and it just is perfect. There's no mess. This is so easy. And they're great with stews. God, they're great by themselves. They're good for a snack with a cup of tea. Okay. They rise a little, but they are not meant to be, they're not like a true biscuit, which would be fully risable type. So just deal with it, in my opinion. And then when they come out of the oven, that's when you use the pastry brush and brush the garlic butter on top of it. Okay. And this should make at least 24 of them. Now you can, it depends on the size that you're making. If you make them smaller, then you can probably make almost 30 of them. Like my first one looks so teeny compared to the rest, so just add more dough. All right, so that's what they look like. They don't even budge on the plate. I'm shaking it and they're jiggling like Jello. So put them in the oven. Whew. And I would do the 20 minutes because you're dealing with dough, right? So get my next one out. Okay. If anybody knows where the Black & Decker are sold, I'm assuming it's Home Depot. This device, the scissor part, comes undone. You just squeeze it and it comes off. I can't get it because my hands are goopy. So, I'm gonna see if I can get it, because the scissors are pretty dull, and you charge it up like a cell phone, plug it into the wall, and away it goes. You can lock it so the kids can't touch it, right? But I gotta see if I can get replacement blades. In fact, my ex-wife works at Home Depot, so maybe I'll go and see her. Okay. I'm just gonna keep going here. So that's it. They're so easy. They're delicious. They don't have any egg in them. So if you really wanted to, you could go vegan. You could get the vegan cheese, non-dairy. You could go with rice flour or some sort of vegetarian gluten-free flour, and they might be all right. I've never tried them. That might be something I'll try next, because I'm finding that sometimes flour products, milk products for me don't seem to be panning out. So, excuse me, I might go that direction and try some gluten-free recipes, because there are a lot of people out there. I'm looking at them, they're getting bigger. I'm not keeping them to one size. They're really not, I'm not keeping them consistently the same size. That's all right. It's individual, right? All right, there's one more left here. I think the 3 cups of cheese really helped, because the last time I made them, you're only supposed to use a cup of milk and cup of cheese, and they really are doughy, more doughy. They're less doughy now because I'm using more cheese. But see how I've made them? They're way bigger now. I probably, if I thinned them out a bit, I could get 2 more on that plate. In fact, I might do that. I tend to overdo things a bit. If I cut one in half and move it over. Yeah, I'm doing that. You can see I'm doing that. I'm taking a little off of one, kind of making 1 out of 2. Yeah, that's better. I made another one. See? Okay, so there's 15 minutes left, and there's my garlic butter. Throw this stuff out of the way, and and then you just get your garlic brush and just mix your butter up. Now it might you might get hard again, because it'll cool right down. Just throw it in the microwave for a couple more minutes, or even a second, just to melt it up again. And this rack works really good, the mesh one. And either do it here or over on an island that's gonna let them cool off. Wait about 2 minutes or a minute on the sheet before you lift them off and then put them down. They might come off. Now, I haven't made these in a while, so but yeah, it's starting, the butter's starting to get a little on the doughy side, so just throw it in the microwave and get it all heated up again. I'm making more mess for myself, but oh well. 10 seconds more in the microwave. Basically, that's it. I'm just gonna wipe my hands off here. I would like to show you what they look like as they come out of the oven, but I don't know how this is gonna work. I'm gonna see if I can pause it, but I don't know how long it will pause for. All right, so let's try. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'll come back to you, all right? Just another note about these. When they're in the oven, because they've got the butter in the flour, you'll look in and you'll see them really bubbling on. They're doing absolutely fine. So definitely put them on for 20 minutes. Depending on your oven, if your oven's brand new, 18 might be enough. If not, throw another 2 minutes on it. But right now, they're bubbling. So I'll see if I can rotate this and show you in the oven through the door. Now, I can't really tell if that's getting it or not, but they're bubbling around each other. That's totally normal because it's the grease in the cheese. So they'll look absolutely beautiful when they